What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Hassan's Hits. UFC 282, the last event of the year for the UFC, took a sharp turn for the worst last night. Yeah, it started looking more like the WWE than the UFC. I'll get to that in a second. The rising star, Paddy Pimblett, on the card, and he was fighting Gordon, a guy that he's supposed to beat, a guy that they put in front of Paddy Pimblett to make him look good so he can showcase his skills. Now, as fight fans, we know things don't always go according to plan. And so that's exactly what happened last night. First of all, leading up to this event, we had the whole Paddy Pimblett versus Ariel Helwani situation. I did a video on that, you can go back and check it out. But Paddy Pimblett went at Ariel Helwani, calling him out. Dana White was on the podcast, which I think is on Barstool, and that also comes into play. So we know where Dana White's, allegiance lies. Long story short, last night, Gordon, it seemed, and everyone watching the fight agreed, most fighters, experts, analysts all agreed that it looked as though Gordon beat Paddy Pimblett last night. He outstruck him on the feet. He had more control time. He had 3 takedowns, 6+ minutes of control time in a 3-round fight. And they somehow have it 29-28, Paddy Pimblett. But before we go even further, I want you guys to check out Joe Rogan and Dana White's reaction to the scorecards being read.
For the winner, by unanimous decision, Paddy!
Complete BS. Prior to the scorecards even being read, I just saw it coming. There's no way they're gonna go ahead and let Gordon stop this hype train and stop them from making money, in other words.
Horrible game plan by Gordon. The ref let it happen and he threw the fight away. He was doing great in that fight. He should have fought the third round.
Gordon prepared hard for this fight. He put in a lot of work to get to where he's at. He fought a great fight, and the fact that it almost seemed as though he expected it after the fight. As for the main event, let's go ahead and set the table for this one. So you had another WWE like situation over here. I also did a video beforehand for Yuri Prochazka pulling out the shoulder injury, and I mentioned what's going on with Glover Texeira and how is Glover Texeira not fighting Ankalaev or Jan Blachowicz? The rumors are that Glover Texeira didn't want to fight Ankalaev on short notice, and so that's why they scratched it. So they put their backs against the wall by booking Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev for the official light heavyweight title and putting Glover Texeira out of the picture. And then their worst case scenario played out. Ankalaev won last night's fight. I want to put that out there. And, I did the video on the main event before the main card started last night. And I pinpointed how Ankalaev was going to win the fight. So what happened is Ankalaev had to go to plan B. And his plan B is most fighters' plan A. And so he started wrestling and he took Jan down. And I believe he won the 3rd round. And I also believe the last round should have been a 10-8 round. And he clearly won the 4th round. But it was a draw. Dana White, after the fight, basically books a fight at the press conference.
You do Glover versus Jamahal Hill in Brazil for the vacant title.
Is that done?
Done.
Which makes absolutely 0 sense. Jamahal Hill is ranked number 7 in the light heavyweight division. And he was supposed to be fighting Anthony Smith. But now he's gonna just jump and fight for the title. While Jan Blachowicz and Magomed Ankalaev, who seemed to have won the title last night, get pushed out of the title picture. According to Dana, it's gonna be just throw all the rules out of the window. This might as well not even be a sport. WWE style. Jamahal Hill, you're ranked number 7. You jump up to fight for the title. And both of these guys worked hard to get to where they're at and just finished fighting for the official light heavyweight title. Both get pushed out of the picture because Dana White was pissed off the main event didn't play out the way he wanted it to play out. Honestly, you know, we've seen Dana do some stupid shit, but this might be the worst of the worst. And you might as well just be WWE. You know, you might as well not even call this a sport. If you're just gonna have two guys that are at the top that just fought for the title, literally to a draw, get pushed out of the title picture, and you're gonna grab a guy who's at number 7 in the division and have him fight for the title? What kind of sport is this? So, you know, that's all that played out last night. Dana White looking like Vince McMahon out there. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.